ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗಳೇ, ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳೇ, ಗ್ರಾಹಕರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಪೋಷಕರೇ, ಆಗಿವೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಕ್ರಾನಿಕ್? ಆಗಬೇಡಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಪ್ಯಾನಿಕ್. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಡ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಣಿತರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ CASS ನಾಯಕ್. Viewers, you are all welcome to our 309th episode of Business Tonic. Today's topic is Exam Mania. Crores of students every year they appear for various exams. There is a peer pressure in all the students because not only students, more pressure for parents, and nowadays pressure on teachers also. This education ecosystem in India especially is groomed in such a way that the entire 1 year's performance should be reflected within 3 hours of exam. So then definitely this peer pressure will be there on all the students, parents as well as teachers. So during board exams 11th and 12th and professional exams NEET, CET, JEE, on all competitive exams. So everybody wants to score highest marks to get admission in the best college. Many people get disappointed when they don't get in the particular college which they wish, and many students they get upset when they can't leave or they can't score up to the expectations of their parents. So let's discuss in detail how to get rid of this exam mania, how to face the exams boldly, how to utilize the entire efficiency of each student in the best manner. We have 3 resourceful, genius resource persons in their respective fields. First of all, let's introduce CA Gopal Krishna Bhatt, popularly known as Gopi Sir. He has revolutionized commerce education with professional touch. Before introducing in depth, I will just brief now. Then we have with us Ankush Nayak, Director, IT, Expert Group of Institutions, a renowned institution and most famous institution in the state of Karnataka, producing highest number of students every year for NEET, JEE and CET exams. Then we have with us young, energetic, enterprising, enthusiastic, pleasing personality Subhas Kashyap Jha, who is an IITN from Mumbai, and he is the trustee of Vibrant Education and Charitable Trust, Moodbidri. You are also welcome to the show. Before we introduce our guests in detail, special events of the week. ಈ ವಾರದ ವಿಶೇಷ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಫ್ರೈಡೆ, ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೈಡೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ, ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ಬಣ್ಣಗಳ ಹಬ್ಬ ಹೋಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕ್ರೋಧಿನಾಮ ಸಂವತ್ಸರ, ಶಿಶಿರ ಋತು, ಫಾಲ್ಗುಣ ಮಾಸ, ಶುಕ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಪೌರ್ಣಮಿ, ಹೋಳಿ ಹುಣ್ಣಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕಳೀತೇವೆ. ಆ ದಿನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಬಣ್ಣವನ್ನು ಎರಚುವ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಹಾಗೂ ಪಿಚಕಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂಭ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಹೋಳಿ ಹಬ್ಬವನ್ನು ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಹೋಳಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಧೆ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಸಂಕೇತ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅನಾದಿ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಂಬಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ಹೋಳಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ಸಮಸ್ತ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Let us introduce our guests in detail. C.A. Gopal Krishna Bhatt, as I already told, famously known as Gopi Sir, is a teacher, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, coach and author and mentor for many. So, he has completed more than 2 decades in his teaching for commerce as well as professional courses. He has revolutionized commerce education in the entire state of Karnataka, giving the best results in CA, foundation and inter examinations. And he has, to his credit, many youngsters have completed their CA curriculum at the tender age of 21 to 22 years and placed in various corporates. And he is the founder of Trisha Group of Institutions and author of 8 books, including motivational book, The Life Skills. He is a CA and CMA as well as MBA. He has to his credit 9th rank in 12th examination in Karnataka board. CA ಅನ್ನುವ ಒಂದು ಕೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕಡಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕಡಲೆಯನ್ನು ಜಗಿಯುವಂಥ ಕಡಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ CA ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಭಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ತದೆ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು CA ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಪುವರ್, 3%, 4%, 6%. People is to attend November, May, November. That is come again. That come again has been changed now. Gopal Krishna Bhatt has redefined that come again into commendable achiever. So CA Gopal Krishna Bhatt, you are welcome to our business tonic exam mania. We have with us young, energetic, smart, enthusiastic, inspiring Ankush N. Nayak. He is a researcher, technologist, as well as is a renowned sitarist. Has given lot of performances across the globe in sitar, and he is a graded artist of All India Radio also. Then he is a director of expert group of institutions, a renowned educational institutions. They have revolutionized science education with professional touch, produced the maximum number of students to pursue doctors as well as engineers and various other streams also. So he has completed his Bachelor of Engineering from NITK Surathkal. Then he did his Masters from University of Arizona, USA. During his studentship there, he was the president of the Graduate Student Council of the College of Engineering at University of Arizona. Presently, he is pursuing PhD in Materials Engineering at NITK, Surathkal. So, many more things to say, but he has already appeared in our show several times. Ankush and Naik, you are welcome to this show again. We have with us Subhash Kashyap Jha from Bihar. Now he is a Karnatakian only. Okay. So, Subhash Kashyap Shah, he has completed his IIT from Mumbai. He has 8 years rich experience in teaching, especially in physics, and for competitive exams like JEE Main and Advanced and NEET exams. During his studentship in 12th, he has scored 33rd rank in International Physics Olympiad also, and he is a visionary leader and dynamic entrepreneur. He is also managing partner of Vibrant Academy of Innovative Learning, founder and managing trustee of Vibrant Education and Charitable Trust, co-founder and director of Cable Cart, and co-founder of Aura Electrotech, that is designed a hybrid PVT system generating both electricity and hot water, dual tech. So he is a technologist also. So Subhash Kashyap Jha, you are also welcome to our show. Today's topic, as I already told, exam mania. So as I already told, the entire 1 year's performance is reflected in 3 hours. So that is the education system now. Okay. Now during these exams, everybody has got pressure. They don't write exam with pleasure. They write exam with pressure. How to ease that pressure and how to write exam with pleasure? Can you just give tips?
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಭಾಳ ಹೊರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗಿಂದನೇ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಈಗ PU ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೇಯಲ್ಲಿ CA ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ನೀಟ್ JEE ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್. So what I tell all
somebody told life itself is an exam, but everybody will get different question paper.
Correct. So what I tell is the last day of your exam is not the last day of your life. ಅದನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಹೊರೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಓದೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ವೀಕ್, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಡೈಲಿ, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೇ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೀನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯ ಈ ಓಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಟೇಕ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವೀಕ್ಲಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಸ್ ದಟ್. ಈ ವೀಕ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಡನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್
ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎ
ರೂಟೀನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ NEPಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಮೊದಲು 100 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ದೇ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು 60 ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹುಡುಗರು ತುಂಬ ವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗ ಅಂತೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದು, ನಾನು ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್, ನೀನು ಬರೀದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಬರೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಮಗನೇ, ನೀನು ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಗೋ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪುಷ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪುಷ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪುಷ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಮೆಂಟರ್, ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ವರಿ. ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸೇ ನೋ ವರಿ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೆಲ್ತನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಸಾಕು.
What is the role of parents? See, more pressure is given to students by parents. They compare with the neighborhoods. They compare sibling rivalry, we say, with the brother, sister. And parents have some dream. You should become doctor. You should become engineer. Like that, they pressure is on children. To what extent it is correct? And what is the role of parents?
I think first and foremost, parents need to have the responsibility not to project their desires onto the children. It is very important to understand what their children want to do, but at the same time also guide them in the right way. A lot of times what parents do is they may
in colleges what they should do now. First they should make orientation for parents.
Very important,
then
very
students.
important, very important. In fact, we do that. Our orientation is we have a student as well as a parent orientation program, because the parents' role is as a guide to the children, showing them the right path. But at the same time, you cannot force the children to do something. You need to motivate them, encourage them to, and make them independent to make their own decisions. But at the same time, make sure they are not getting diverted from a certain path that leads to their goal. Here what happens, many parents, they may lack the knowledge to guide the children in terms of academics or their career. At that time it becomes very important that parents must place that trust on the teachers who are there to guide the children. A lot of times these days education has become very transactional. Parents say that I have paid the fees, you have to make them get marks. It doesn't work that way. It's like a joint venture between the student, the teacher and the parent. Unless there is mutual trust between these three parties here, it is very difficult to achieve the results that you want. Okay. And also somewhere parents need to have this responsibility. It's very easy to say don't use your phone for next 2 years, don't watch TV, it is not good for you. But at the same time, sitting in the next room, if the parent is watching IPL or some TV serial on the TV and the student is trying to study, then that itself serves as a distraction. So
in the Gita it is said, who should be your role model? First role model for children is parents.
Correct.
So yadyadacharati shreshtaha tatta devetaro janaha sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. Chapter 3, Shloka 21. Yadyadacharati shreshtaha. That means whatever parents, let us take role model as parents first. Whatever they do, tatta devetaro janaha. Others in the family they follow. Sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. Whatever parents do, that they do. Whatever parents say, that they don't do. That's why parents should be very responsive. Yes. Now what is the role of teachers? Now role of teachers is also very vital. Yes. Many teachers, they come to the teaching profession just as a livelihood rather than passion. So how you can distinguish this, whether teachers are really passionate in teaching or as a matter of livelihood they are teaching? So what is the role of teachers in bringing up students?
The role of teacher is very, very important, sir. When it comes to the exam arena, like you said in Gita says युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है. यह भागवत का सार है कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है. If there is no war, you cannot be proven as a warrior. So if there is no exam, you cannot be proven as a good student. In the similar manner, for a teacher, the guide who is training a warrior, who is training a student, he has to be prominent. Like Dronacharya, you need a Dronacharya to become an Arjun.
Correct.
The teachers nowadays, even we find it very difficult to find really good passionate teachers. I feel the toppers should come into the arena of teaching. as well as the role of the teacher is highly important. It's not about only teaching, it's also about motivating them, keeping them disciplined, because some of the times motivation may not work for longer duration, but discipline works. Every time discipline works, motivation goes off in a week or 10 days, but if you are disciplined in your studies, definitely it works. A teacher need to see to it that his student or her student must be in that arena, that they study in the best possible event, disciplined manner, as well as with that the teachers must focus on, it's not the teacher who teaches, it is the student who learns. The teacher must motivate the kids to learn passionately, and for that the teacher has to be a learner.
Teachers should be trained first.
Yes, definitely. So that's
How
why
to teach.
in our Vibrant we have a training program for teachers. We train teachers how to teach physics, maths, chemistry, which question to be solved in the class, as well as how to motivate the kids. That is prime important thing, and that's one of the problem which we have been facing, as well as throughout India. Entire India is facing, as well as there was a Hindu article that there should be Indian, like how we have UPSC for IAS and all. In the similar manner, we should have Indian teaching services, something like that. Then only we can produce prodigious students, as well as talented outcome should come.
Okay. Now, motivation. How to motivate students, especially during exam season? Because students get motivated throughout the year. They take it easy.
Correct.
So I always say my students, don't take it easy, make it easy. Correct, no?
Correct.
How, instead of take it easy, how to make it easy? How they get motivated? What are the factors which can influence them to get motivated during exam season?
Correct. So that's where rightly said by the co-panelist, the teacher role where that becomes very prominent to tell that you can do something better. So the confidence building is so important at the nth hour, because students have studied and they generally find it, so whatever they studied, how much ever they study, they feel that it is not sufficient. That is because of we look at new question paper, we get some more ideas, they discuss with friends. So what I always say for the students is, whatever you have studied, for a day end, just you have to glance once, write all the points, glance once, and you can motivate once, twice, but n times you cannot motivate unless he is self-motivated. To become self-motivated, I always, Nayak Mom, have one formula. And many people tell, I ask this question, how many of you are lucky? Many people say that I am not lucky. I tell, more you do hard work, more confident you become. More confident you become, you give a super result at the end. So the mantra of success is just that you put efforts again and again.
I am the believer of the luck, but more I work, more will be the luck.
More, correct. More hard worker you become, more lucky. So you are rightly said. So small tips they should have it. For example, in my PU board, I recall it long back in 1995. Day end, all the sheets what I should, 5 minutes glance, and before the sleep, 5 minutes, whatever I have written, I should glance it. If that is fine, then okay. Otherwise, read once again, work once again, and sleep. These are small tips. And I had this kind of motivation even in my graduation until I become chartered accountant. Daily get up and in a small diary, you write Gopala Krishna NS, and in pencil I write CA every day. And one day after 1 week, tight slap on myself, because that week I have only written, not studied. But slowly once I become CA, then I looked at the
Then pencil thing became
pen. Yes, that means to say, these are small tips what student can follow, whatever, need not be CA, whatever, engineer, doctor, or good, whatever that they want to become. And ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಓದುವಾಗ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಅಂತದ್ದು ಕಾಮನ್. ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸೇ, ಎನಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಗೇನ್ ನೀವು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ 2 times, 3rd time, 4th time, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರೋದಾದರೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಗಾಜಿನದು ನೀರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೊಡೆದೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಹಿ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಶಾಕ್ಡ್. So like that, small tips can help the student, but finally more than motivation, he has to work right again, not get panicked. Again the same tips what I said.
Okay. Now you are preparing students both for board exams as well as competitive exams. So whether there is any different pattern of study for board exam and competitive exam?
The strategy varies. Now what happens is the curriculum more or less is similar. I won't say the same. There is slight differences. And the level of the exams are different. So it is like if you compare it to a high jump, if JEE mains is like a 8 feet high jump, NEET is about 7 feet, CET is about 5 feet you can say, and our board exams is about 4 feet. Now the thing is, many students, they think that I will ignore the board exams, I will directly try for JEE main. It doesn't work that way. If you can't do a 4 feet high jump, you can't think about doing a 8 feet high jump. So first of all, that bottom up approach is very important.
The fact that there
Yes.
is a high jump.
Yes. And it has been also historically, there is evidence that somebody who has scored really well in JEE mains,
And
they
everybody
may not-
wants
they
high
may not-
jump, no long jump.
they may not be the toppers at board exam, but they would definitely have scored well in the subjects, because a good understanding of the concepts is very important in order to excel in any exam. Now the strategy is going to be different, because now board exam is going to try to understand your breadth and depth of your knowledge, whereas NEET exam is designed to test you how you perform under pressure, especially time pressure, because you have very little time, and within 3 hours you need to answer 180
Speed.
questions. It is very, it really tests how you do that, because if you are going to become a doctor, you need to know how to perform under pressure. That is very important. People ask, where will I ever apply, trigonometry if I become a doctor, or where will I ever apply vector resolution if I become a doctor. It is not about where you are going to apply what, it is about what are the skills you gain while studying. And now the strategy, basically what happens is, one, you cannot think about doing last minute preparation for any of the exams. One of the
Last
strategies,
minute is only revision.
correct. One of the strategies I say is, first pay attention in class. It starts from the first class that you sit in. If you pay attention in class, 50 to 60% of your job is done, because you are grasping things. That way you are able to also ask doubts to the
Not
teacher.
only attentive in the class, ask questions, pose
Very
questions
correct.
to the teachers.
That is a very important part of learning, because people only think about revision as exam preparation, but it is not that. Exam preparation starts from the first day. Ask doubts. When you ask doubts, to ask doubts you need to be attentive in the class, otherwise you can't ask doubts. Once you ask doubts, you clarify those questions with the teacher, you gain more knowledge. Then of course problem solving skills are
So
something
that
you need
means
to work on.
you have to understand the concepts
Understanding
well.
concepts is very important for any exam.
And board exam, it is descriptive, here it is objective.
Objective. So obviously,
Competitive exam.
once you start writing
Their
sufficient
speed
number
matters.
of practice exams, practice tests, as sir said, weekly tests or monthly tests, you start writing these tests, automatically your strategy starts aligning into the preparation that is required for that particular exam.
Correct. We have one caller. Hello.
Sir, Professor Dr. Devdas Rai.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇವದಾಸ್ ರೈ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
Sir, I would like to give an instance of success in exams very recently. That is the highest level of exams, MBBS and MD. MBBS, I am the head of department of medicine in Kanachur. What we did is, of course, one is we concentrated on the classes. We gave them repeated exams because they have to appear for online correction. And at the end of the day, 8 out of the 10 ranks of Rajiv Gandhi was backed by Kanachur students.
Oh, excellent.
And also, MD exam also, this is one success story. That is because of continuous giving them exams and making them repeat the practicals and all those things. Now, other question is, regarding, this is slightly in connection, but not exam, teaching. Karolinska University in Sweden has done away with the modern teaching methods. They have gone back to the blackboard. And they are finding better results with they are finding all these modern, and also they have dispensed, or rather they are planning to dispense away with these online exams. They are doing physical exams. What is your take on these moves by the Karolinska, very famous University of Sweden? Thank you.
Subhas Jha. In IIT there is blackboard teaching or
Definitely, sir. Chalk
modern
and talk is the
technique.
best way.
Huh?
Chalk and talk is the best way of teaching, as well as writing the exam using pen and paper is the best way of writing the exam. I still believe that, because even today I can't read from ebooks. I can't read from any kind of lecture notes or anything. I have to have a hard textbook, and I want to read it from there. I want to learn the concept from there. Now in today's world, what has happened, the kids, want a ready-made solution. If I give them a question, they don't want to explore their mind that how to solve it, what concept should be applied. They want to see a solution for it. They want to see a video lecture which has been solved there. They don't want to apply their mind. When it comes to IITs, let us assume that I am writing JEE Advanced. They want a problem solver, not a solution seer.
Then
who sees a
modern
solution.
teaching methods using PowerPoint presentation
Yeah.
and explaining with the pics and the real
Pictures and all.
things, is it not better than
That is better, but
chalk and talk?
with the chalk and talk, if that is integrated, that will be a much more better solution. That's what I feel. Because yes, definitely.
Whether online exams are better or
No, online exam is not good at all. But pen paper based exams are much more better, because online exam has got its own limitations. Because recently we saw in coronavirus and all, people who got engineering degrees writing that online exams, they are very good engineers. Because
very good
online,
engineer.
yeah, obviously they are not good at all. That's what I am saying. It is just a harsh reality of life that most of the engineering colleges how conducted exams online, it didn't work, because most of the students never studied. They just opened the book and wrote the exam. Table ke upar laptop, niche book. They wrote the exam, and that's not useful. As well as there are multiple technical constraints still India has when it comes to online examination. Sometimes internet is not correct. Sometimes the device they are using, that is not correct. I feel pen paper based exams still what how advances is connected or NEET is conducted. That is the best way.
This descriptive type exam and objective type. Now everything has become objective. Okay, what is the objective of objective type? I don't know. Earlier we used to have descriptive type.
Correct.
In descriptive type, they can narrate what it is. They can explain in a detail. Here, objective type, they will give the choice. कोई आदमी कैसा है, जय माता दी बोल के टिक मारते ही जाएगा. फिर by fluke also they will pass. That is the thing. So, what is your opinion? Even in
So,
CA now,
Correct.
Objective type is also there, descriptive type is also. Which you feel that it is better?
Regarding that, just want to add one point. It is the hybrid where you can have both the methods, because in online, one of the things which I observed is the student learning measuring is very difficult. That's the underlying point. Therefore, chalk and talk or use the technological aid. I think it is the hybrid, and the world is at stake of confusion after Byju's attack that got busted. So because we don't know whether it's really worth for the students. So I think we have to blend both. So that is one thing. And you asked descriptive versus objective.
Objective.
So in CA, as you know, in level 1 there are 2 papers of MCQ, 2 descriptive, and in further all it is 30% MCQ. One of the reasons that CA Institute also want to do is to work along with the international standards where there are a lot of MCQs. One good thing,
International standard is not as good as the Indian standard.
maybe I
feel.
don't know.
Now CPA,
Correct.
your ACCA,
Correct. Correct.
if you compare with the CA,
Definitely.
CPA, ACCA, nothing.
Correct.
When
And-
compared to CA.
and they-
Why we should fall in line with them?
No.
They should fall in line with us.
Correct.
Now see, in CA also now curriculum, instead of 3 years, they have done articleship
2 years.
reduced to 2 years.
Correct.
Earlier you used to produce Arjunas, now we are producing Abhimanyus.
Agree with you. But the difference, Nayak sir, one difference with descriptive and MCQ. I cannot tell every time MCQ is bad, because finally when you are making decisions, it comes out of the choices. And the choices are coming only when you have at least 4 or 5 options given in the question paper and you work out. And what we think, MCQ is easy to do, it is not so, because it comes such a state of confusion where student not able to find the right answer. Therefore, there are a lot of hundreds of techniques to crack even MCQs. Looking at MCQ, example, this is a sure answer, but that one more nearer, closer or better answer you have to identify. I think it has its own techniques to work out. I think descriptive and MCQ together, small weightage, because when any competitive exam.
And some exams I have seen, the questions they ask in such a way that, especially in CA, rather than to test how much you know, they test how much you don't know.
Correct.
So the purpose of examination is to know how much you know rather than how much you don't know.
Correct.
That is the problem in CA exam.
Correct.
They test how much you don't know.
And it is not in just CA, it is in other courses as well, because we have one part of the CA is what we are discussing, but in many areas they ask something which is completely out of the world and they ask the question. I think student has to cope up with descriptive and MCQ so that he is ready for anything.
One main challenge for any student is concentration. Now because of social media and lot of other things, lot of distractions are there. How to get rid of this distraction and have more concentration?
I think
Any technique for that?
one of the main reasons why students can't concentrate is because they do not like what they are doing. If you really like something that you do, you can concentrate for any amount of time. It is about loving the subject, it is about loving what you are learning. But there is also another generational problem that has come in is our attention span has decreased very significantly, mainly because of so-called reels and shorts that we are seeing today. Everybody wants to judge the worth of something with just the first 5 or 6 seconds. And more than 30 seconds or a minute, people are unable to...
Many people judge the book by its cover, not by reading the content.
Correct. So what happens is now, because of these reels and all that, the current generation of students has completely lost their attention span. They do not have patience. They directly want to get the gist of what is there. But here what happens is, at the end for an exam, you have to be able to concentrate for long periods of time. How do you do that? One, get sufficient sleep at night. If you do not get sufficient sleep at night, you cannot be productive at whatever you do. You
Rather
cannot
than
focus
quantity,
later.
you want quality.
Correct. If you don't sleep at night, you will sleep during the class or during the exam or during the preparation for the exam. It is very important to get that sufficient, 6 to 7 hours of sleep at night, which is required, that you have to get no matter what.
8 hours is better.
8 hours is
teenagers.
good, but 8 hours, some people may not get 8 hours because of the kind of workload that is there. So at least, generally we say at least 7 hours of sleep is practically
sleep.
possible, quality sleep. And for this, one thing, again, concentration, try to enjoy what you are learning. If you enjoy what you are learning, you will find it almost like, imagine now if
you enjoy your work, you are always on holiday.
If I give a Harry Potter book to a kid, that student will be so concentrated, within a few books, a 600-page book, within a few days that person can be able to complete it because they love what they are reading. Same thing if I give a 600-page physics book to a student, now the question is, will that student give the same level of concentration that they are giving to Harry Potter? Now that difference comes not because the student is unable to concentrate, that is because the student is not enjoying what they are doing. So find enjoyment in what you do, and automatically I feel the ability to concentrate will improve.
That means studying playfully and teaching playfully.
And
That
here
is more
teacher's
important.
role becomes important to make the students enjoy what they are learning.
Correct.
If the teachers are mechanically teaching, students will also mechanically learn. So can the teachers make this learning process enjoyable? That is very, very important.
There are 4 steps in learning. In Subhashita it is beautifully said, Acharyat padamadatte, padam shishyaha swamedhaya, padam sabrahmacharibhyaha, padam kalakramena cha. That means from Guru, Acharyat padamadatte, that is quarter, that is 25% learn from Guru. Padam shishyaha swamedhaya, self-study he should do, should go to library, read textbook. Not take down notes and same notes mugging up. That is the problem with the nowadays students. Padam shishyaha swamedhaya, that in self-study, going to library, read textbook, then again study. Any doubts, again ask, pose the questions to teacher, so that teacher will also get prepared. Otherwise, same notes, same teaching, this they will do. Padam sabrahmacharibhya, if you have more doubts, group study, combined study, you can do. Seminars, all these things they should participate, then they will get lot of new ideas. Padam kalakramena, whatever you learn, that is jivanapata is more.
Experience.
That means experience is the greatest teacher. Practice makes a person perfect. Correct, no?
Yeah.
So that's why we say Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. then only you can have sakshatkaram. So what is this? Shravanam means learning in the class. Mananam, after you learn, after you hear, mananam, you should understand what it is. Then nididhyasanam, you can improvise. So in your music also, once you learn any ragas, then you can make play with that, interchanging all these things you can do. That means you should have mastery over the thing. Mananam, nididhyasanam. Then only it will become sakshatkaram. That means you can learn things. What is your opinion about this? Shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam.
My opinion on this is very simple, that whenever we teach students, first time when they learn in class or when they read it from some textbook, there is only 20-25% which they get. Once they do it by their own revision, or they study from some textbook, within that day or let's say next day, some 50-60% retention will happen. And once you do it second time, third time, the numerical solving and the problem solving techniques you develop by your own, that retains till the examination. And if you don't do it twice or thrice, you will not be efficient enough. If you want to have that 90-95% efficiency for competitive exam as well as board exam, in this arena there are two different sects. One is board exam, that is public exams, and another one is competitive exam. Preparation for competitive exam is entirely different because you need to have problem solving methods, you need to have numerical understandings, and it is more about practice questions. The revision is done by practicing questions. Here in board exams you have more amount of derivation, definitions and all. You have to write it, you may have to read it. There you don't need to have too much time on that. There let us say 20% of the time, here 80% of the time has to be devoted from the beginning. Then only...
How many students they go to library now?
No,
Nobody is interested to go to library.
They want all 2-minute noodle.
But canteen, they are interested. So we say all novel ideas are generated more in canteen rather than classroom. It is said.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Now let us come to CA exam. Okay. Now the pattern of examination, from SSLC itself they plan what they have to do and how to pursue commerce or science or any stream they plan. So what kind of timetable they should set while preparing for CA exams?
So if he is in 10th standard, let us consider he writes exam and he prepares for CA foundation after PU 12th. So 2 years like CET, NEET, how we prepare. Similarly, it has to go parallel. Earlier we were not having that kind of option. Now colleges provide, where we, especially in Trisha, we provide CA plus PU together foundation. So we finish almost in the second year mid, and the student throughout the year. So as you said, the student has to prepare. First preparation is for PU, 11th standard, say chapter BRS. Once that is done, then the CA coaching will happen, so that he is very thorough with that. To add upon this, we send the student to go to bank, check, work out, because otherwise the bigger problem that all of us face is he learned in the classroom but cannot link with the subject matter. So that's called experiential learning, rightly said. So go bank, check it out, what is check, how it will be worked, cross check, all that. So these all 3-4 steps, then continuous test and exams. When he does, then after PU, that will end in March, he has to write exam in May. Luckily now, last year onwards, thrice a year, luckily or unluckily I don't know, thrice a year the exams are set. Whereas the advantage is, if he is not able to answer, he can write in September or January. So he has to prepare. And one of the key thing in any competitive, but especially even CA, it is the conceptual clarity, that why is more important than how. That in 11th or first PUC, the tallying itself is a great thing for us. Slowly we learnt why that going to tally, what is that concept behind it, if not tallied, what to do. Like that he has to work it out. I think CA level 1 foundation, then a year later intermediate, then 2 years of articleship, then the final exam. If he plans properly after PU, 3.5 years, he can complete the entire course. 3.5, 4 years, he can complete it. Just like a student after 12th at the age of 22 become an engineer, or 23, 24 he becomes a doctor. Similar, it can happen even a little earlier. 22 is the early age that he can complete CA. Along with graduation, he can choose day, evening, there's all the different debate altogether, but he can do along with the graduation. I suggest advisable to do both, because it can add lot of value to his personal.
Complementing each other.
Complementing, not competitive. And the problem with generally the CA student is they focus more on exams alone. But finally their personality important, communication, that soft skills, that presentations, all this will happen when you know not just writing the examination. And Nayak sir, you agree with me that finally the end, it is not just you write exam on the interview, or write a piece of, in the piece of paper you write explain. You have to demonstrate your speaking skills as well. I think it's a combination of what I always say, hard skill plus soft skill is equal to success. That together it's going to happen.
Hard work and smart work.
Together.
Okay. Now, all work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. So there is a complaint in all these science stream. In all colleges, they make all work and no play, and makes a Jack dull boy. What is your opinion? Whether in between some entertainment, some relaxation,
50% science, 50% commerce.
all this, even in CA curriculum. CA curriculum, when they do articleship, they
Correct.
are eased out. So, what is your opinion about it?
So,
In science stream, more complaint on this.
Correct. I'll tell you. See, it is not all work and no play. Right now, it is all work, no, lot of work, little play. That is the reality of the situation. See, the practicality is that there is too much competition. If you look at NEET, for example, there are about 25 lakh people writing NEET in the country, and only about 1 lakh seats, slightly above 1 lakh seats available in. So it's about 4 to 5% is the selection, probability, you could say. Now, which means that you are competing against such a big crowd, and that means you need a lot of preparation. But at the same time, as you said, unless you have an outlet for some of your creative aspects, or it could be some sort of physical exercise, it could be anything, then your efficiency decreases. So it's very important. Now, for example, at Expert, what we do, we have daily music listening sessions for the students. So we play classical music.
Yoga.
We have daily yoga sessions for the students. We have PT periods for the students so that they can play. Sundays they are free to play in the ground also. We have regular movie screenings also that happen. We have talks by different people. It could be motivational, it could be career guidance, and that is still a break from your usual academics. And we have mentoring sessions, and all of this kind of adds up into giving them relaxation also. So, but at the end, it's also important to moderate how much of play you get. Otherwise, if you leave it to the children, it will become all play and no work. So, unless you moderate this and say that, okay, maybe say 90% of your time has to be spent on work right now, at least for those 2 critical years, and don't completely pause everything else. You try to tone it down, but do it in a planned manner. Now, I being a musician, for example, I'll tell you, many children, when they come to 10th or 12th, they stop their hobbies, whatever it is. I did not stop. I said that even when exams are there, I'm going to practice every day. But what I did is better time management. I said that, okay, I am not going to study for 24 hours a day. Even if I sleep for 8 hours, I am not going to study for 16 hours a day. Maybe half an hour or 1 hour a day, I can keep aside for doing something that I enjoy really well. And if you do that, that acts like a charger to your smartphone. You will be able to perform better in your academics also. Even Albert Einstein was a very good violin player. APJ Abdul Kalam was a good veena player. So there is always something that helps them recharge themselves. Yes. And it's important to plan your time better rather than saying that all work, no play. But of course, in different institutions, I will not say that there is zero play. but it depends on how they are able to manage their time. There are also children.
That is study life and personal
I
life
mean,
balancing.
The funny part is there are also children. If I say that no, now you don't study, go out to the ground and play, they will bring their book to the ground and they will sit on the side and they will be working out problems. They don't want to play. So sometimes we have to force them. You go and play, keep this aside for some time at least. So that is also a fact.
So much you are brainwashed them. So, what should be the routine of a successful student from morning to night? Can you just tell what should be the routine of a successful student?
From my
It may
point of
vary
view-
from student to student, but
See,
ideally.
few students are night owl, few students are early bird.
Mm.
You cannot, discriminate among them that you have to wake up early. or
Brahmi
you cannot-
Murta, you should get up and
Yeah.
if you study, everything will enter your brain. Like
I don't think that is that important. It is the number of hours you do and the concentration which you have. Even there is a problem of concentration, sir. What happens is people say that you have to study for 6 hours, 8 hours. That doesn't work. It is, there is a rule, 25-5 rule, 50-10 rule. You have to study only for 25 minutes. Then take a 5-minute break. When it comes to the schedule, what you have, I don't feel that you should have a schedule that I'll study maths now and physics now. No. Wake up at a time. Let's say if you are waking up at 5:30, that's good enough. 6 o'clock, that's good enough. People who live in hostel, they have a fixed time that, okay, I have to wake up at 5:30 only, 5 o'clock only. That's okay. Once it comes to the classroom teaching, that classroom teaching you have to be very attentive. The college
many
hours
times
is
students
fixed.
will be yawning in the class. Why?
That's wrong because they don't sleep on time. They don't sleep on time. Whatever is that time schedule given to them for sleeping, they don't sleep at that time. They may talk to each other or they may study at that time. That becomes a difficulty again. Classroom teaching has to be done in a proper manner and they have to be attentive. And that classroom teaching, I don't feel 6.5 hours to 7 hours. More than that, the grasping capacity of the student is not more than that. After that, their studies are much more important. After that, they have to revise what have been done in the class. As well as evening, I feel there should be some break which should be rejuvenating. Like you can play shuttle or some kind of walk, some yoga, some meditation. Early morning meditations are much more beneficial. Like I do that. Moreover, night or evening, when you say, evening studies are important. There is a thing called in our area called Gada Bear. That time you have to play. It's like 5 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. Don't study. And play or do something, some rejuvenating work. Then study till your dinner. Take a walk. Then study again. And you have to have a fine line that what and which thing I have to study today. I'm not saying that you have to fix a timing that, okay, 9 to 9:30 I'll be studying physics. No, take a time. Let's say I am studying from 6 o'clock to 8:30. I'll
How
not
many
be only
hours
studying
normally
physics.
one should study daily?
6 to 8 minimum.
Hours?
Or, yes.
Including classroom or
No,
excluding?
excluding classroom.
Oh my God. So
For-
I have one rule. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
An hour of exercise a day keeps all your diseases away. Like that, a chapter a day keeps the exam fever away.
That's
Every day one chapter you learn and understand. That will be. We have one caller. Let us attend. Hello.
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 Good morning, sir.
Good morning. ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು?
Lalita Mania.
ಲಲಿತಾ ಮಲ್ಯ.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, madam. You can ask.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Yeah. My question is because today's topic is exam fear.
Correct.
Usually we focus on the students who do not study and they have exam fear. Because they have not studied, that is why. We forget to focus on the students who have studied very well and have extreme exam fear. I think this is the part where I feel, because my personal experience is, there lot of students who have studied very well, the preparation is too good, but still they have an extreme fear, they emotionally break down. They come and tell, ma'am, I will not write the exam this year. I'm scared. I don't want to face the exam. Why? Have you not studied? No, I have studied. Is preparation very well? Yes, as it is everyday timetable. But still, there is a kind of emotional breakdown and they cry and tell and all this happens. It's a kind of psychological fear what they have. But through this media, I would like to request that the students who have studied very well and even those who, and still they get the exam fear, they should also be addressed by counseling or something before the exam.
Correct.
It's not that we only focus on those who don't study and we keep telling you have to study and motivate them. For these kind of students who have studied very well, they don't need any motivation. Self-motivated or follow an absolute time frame in studying and everything, but some kind of emotional imbalance. So I would like to request that all the institutions need to have some kind of counseling for this group of students also, so that they perform. Because I have been doing it for whoever comes to me with such kind of, I say it's okay. The simplest thing is, if you have eaten the food, you had your lunch, your stomach will fill. That is why you have studied, so you will do well. You can't lose it. You have to go for the exam and write. But I do read that many students who have studied very well, they don't go for the exam only with that emotional kind of a fear. So what can be done for that, or what is done for that in different institutions? I would like to know.
Very good opinion, madam. I think she is your biology coaching head of expert, producing lot of neat ranking. She is also responsible for that. We should congratulate Lalita Malya. She is an educationalist also. Now our Gopal Krishna Bhatt.
I'll add a couple of points. Very rightly
because
said.
when they are all ready, but they are still scared. Why that phobia, exam phobia, exam mania? Why it happens?
So, generally I agree with the madam's view. ಅವರು ಭಾಳ ಬ್ರಿಲಿಯಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್. ಈವನ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಫಿಯರ್, the worry, but the medicine could be different. I should not give the same medicine to every student. Probably
we can give tonic to them.
Correct. In your language it is right, but as you said madam, we need to talk to them. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು 5 minutes in a week, at least 10 minutes in a week, to tell them that you are done well, you can do it. That one small push will help, and especially if it comes from the teachers, it comes from the mentors, it makes lot of difference. Parents ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, but that value will come only when the teacher tells or mentor tells. ಒಂದದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, that will come because example now rightly said, it's only 4% passage, or CA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲು 2%. That is deep.
Suppose if I don't get what to do. If I get a medical seat in Gulbarga,
Correct.
how to go there?
Correct.
And how to study there?
Correct.
Like that, if you think now itself.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಒಂದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫ್ಯೂಚರನ್ನು ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಅದೇನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ವಾಸ್
See, that's why in Bhagavad Gita Krishna told, karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan. You do your duty.
Correct.
Result you leave it to the God.
Even this they know, but someone should tell them. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, but someone tell that you can do it, all is well, don't worry, it can happen to you. That 1 or 2 lines will help them to do it.
And this continuous practice of mock tests,
Correct.
that will ease out. This
I think,
final
but there is
exam.
one small thing. Of course, as sir said and also madam rightly pointed out, some counseling is required in order to bring up their confidence of facing the exam. But in some extreme cases, it also happens that there may be some underlying mental health issues also, like anxiety disorders, which require medical attention from a qualified psychiatrist or a psychologist. And we should not just discount that no, they are facing exam fear and this, that there may not be an underlying mental health issue also. So just like how we give importance to physical health, mental health is probably equally or even more important. And this is where even institutions must have frameworks in place in order to identify students who have these kind of issues and try to give them the support that they require. Because a lot of times anxiety is caused by certain hormonal imbalances because they are also adolescents. There's a lot of things happening. It could also be triggered by family issues at home. It could be triggered by competition. It could be just triggered by certain imbalances inside the body also. So, which means that probably when teachers feel that no amount of counseling is working from my side, no amount of giving confidence is working from my side, instead of completely letting that go, it is better to suggest them or talk to their parents and say that they require some sort of a professional help, and that will really help them. Because we see a lot of students coming with especially severe anxiety disorders, and it requires professional help in order to set it right, and they recover very nicely, and many of them have performed very well after that. So I think it's very important to identify those
There are some intelligent students. They are genius, intelligent, they can do, but they have let it go attitude. चलता है कैसा जाने दो. How to make them serious and how they can be more streamlined.
It is because they don't know why to study. That is one of the question which comes in everyone's mind, that why to study they don't know. That's why they have that let go attitude. If they come to know ki why I have to study, where I have to reach, or what is the scenario which I am going to face tomorrow in the real world situation, they will definitely be serious. That's why I always say this to our teachers and all, that you have to tell them three things: what to study, how to study, and why to study. These three things are much more important. Then a teacher as well as the student become much more serious when it comes to competitive exam or the board exam. And like ma'am was saying, that why the kids who are really brilliant and meritorious, they also feel a lot of stress. I would like to have a discussion on that. Thing is, when it comes to this stress to these kids, it is a good thing that as a parent, as a teacher, you have won. At such a tender age, they are serious about their future. As a parent, as a teacher, or as a guide, we are the winner, that they are really into an important role. They are serious about their future at such a tender age, such an adolescent age. Moreover, human touch, like Sir said rightly, human touch is really very important. Human touch, if there is continuous conversation like we do in classes and all, we get aligned with one-on-one to the students. You know the student, you talk to the students, and that's done. You don't have to overdo it. Sometimes what happens, over expectation from the student also makes them a lot of pressurized. We always talk to those kids only. Okay, some boy Himanshu, he'll be performing good. I'll talk to Himanshu only. He will always be under pressure ki I am being expected a lot. From me there is a lot of expectation. I must perform. That's also not should be done. My personal opinion on this is.
Just one line, Nayak sir. The other part of this dimension of discussion is, a teacher has taught say last 20-25 years. The technique what used in 20 years back may not apply. The generation has changed. I think with the time the sensitivity to the student has increased. So we should understand that, because if it's a teacher scolded, or even if they beat 2-3 times for us in our days, we are happy to take it. Now need not to beat them. Even just one line will they take it so seriously. That means to say that they become very sensitive. They become very protective. One line, one word here and there make them worry, anxiety, tensed.
That means even teaching technique,
correct,
and learning technique also requires change.
Need to evolve.
So always we say, if you change before the change, you will lead. If you change with the change, you will survive. If you change after the change, you will struggle. If you don't change even after the change, you will collapse. So change is inevitable.
Exactly.
At the same time, while they study also, in between they should take break. Like that in our program also, let us take a small break. वीक्षकरे ब्रेक के बाद
Make this month magical with our marvelous March offers. From 1st to 31st March, get up to 70% off on making charges on gold and silver.
On diamond, get flat ₹7,000 off per carat plus 1 gram gold coin free. Additionally, an exciting chance to win 20 Nissan Magnite SUVs through lucky draw.
Not just that, scratch and win a cashback of up to 150 rupees per gram on gold jewelry purchases.
Exclusively available at all Bhima showrooms. TNC.
It's a new feeling. It's a new life. It's a new dream. It's a new.
Come home to a beautiful new experience of life. Rohan Estate, Mukka, a brilliantly conceived residential development with amazing resort-like facilities, boating, kayaking, skating, badminton, outdoor gym and much more. Rohan Estate, Mukka. It's where your dreams take wings.
The Mangala Group of Educational Institutions has been bridging the gap between education and healthcare in Mangalore. Colleges under the group have nurtured the career dreams of several students. Our students have been placed in the defense sector in India as well as in renowned hospitals worldwide. Adequate amenities are provided to the students like transport, canteens and hostels, a well-stocked library, state-of-the-art laboratories, regular skill development courses, e-library system, a vast ground with focus on co-curricular and extracurricular activities are few among the support we offer. The Mangala Group of Educational Institutions offers quality courses in nursing, paramedical sciences, allied health sciences, physiotherapy, and speech and hearing. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single bus ride to college. Explore and experience the exceptional quality of education at Mangala Group of Educational Institutions.
30 ವಯಸ್ಸು ದಾಟಿಲ್ಲ, ತಲೆಬುರುಡೆ ಕಾಣುವಷ್ಟು ಹೇರ್ ಫಾಲ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಲು ಆಗುತ್ತಾ?
ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಕೇರ್ ಹೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್. ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ನೋಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್, ಅತಿ ನವೀನ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್. ಅಧಿಕವಾದ ಹೇರ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗೆ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ಪರಿಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಕೇರ್ ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ವಿ ಕೇರ್ ನ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಫರ್,
ಬಯೋಸೆಲ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ
25% ರಿಯಾಯಿತಿ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿ ಕೇರ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಕೇರ್ ಕಿಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ
20% ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕೇರ್ ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಮೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್, ನನ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸನ್ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಆಯಿಲ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು
ಡಬ್ಬಾ ಡಕೋಟಾ ಆಯಿಲ್.
ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ.
ಈಗ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಆಯಿಲ್. ಅದ್ಭುತ. ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ನ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಎಣ್ಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್. ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿರಿ.
84ರಿಂದ 50 kg ಬಂದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೂ ಸಣ್ಣಗೆ ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಜೀನಿ ಸ್ಲಿಮ್. ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಜೀನಿ ಸ್ಲಿಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೆಲ್ದಿನೂ ಅದೇ. ನೀವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಜೀನಿ ಸ್ಲಿಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಖಂಡಿತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀನಿ ಸ್ಲಿಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸರ್, ಮೊದಲ ಕಾಫಿ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ.
ನಮ್ಮವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಶುಭಾರಂಭವೂ ಆಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇವಲ ಮುಥೂಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಶತಮಾನಗಳಿಂದ ನೀಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಹೊಸ ಆರಂಭದಲ್ಲೂ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದ ಭರವಸೆ. ಮುಥೂಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್, ಇಂಡಿಯಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಲೋನ್ಗಾಗಿ ಈಗಲೇ ಕರೆ ಮಾಡಿ 1-800-202-1212ಗೆ.
ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ವಿವಿಧೋದ್ದೇಶ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಸಂಘ ಬಡಿಲ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಾಗೂ ಉಡುಪಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 33 ಶಾಖೆಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದು ನಿರಂತರ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಸಂಘವು ಕಳೆದ 1 ದಶಕಗಳಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಠೇವಣಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕರ್ಷಕ ಬಡ್ಡಿದರಗಳು, ವಿವಿಧ ಸಾಲ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳು, ಚಿನ್ನಾಭರಣ ಸಾಲ ಪ್ರತಿ ಗ್ರಾಂಗೆ ₹6,888 ಗೃಹೋಪಯೋಗಿ ಸಾಲ, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಸಾಲ, ವಾಹನ ಸಾಲ, ಮನೆ ದುರಸ್ತಿ, ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಕಟ್ಟಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಾಲ, ಗೃಹ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಸಾಲ, ಈ ಸ್ಟಾಂಪ್ ಸೇವೆಗಳು ಆಯ್ದ ರಜಾದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಲಭ್ಯ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೇವೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಡಿಡಿ, ಆರ್ಟಿಜಿಎಸ್, ನೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ, ಎಕ್ಸ್‌ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮನಿ, ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ LIC ಹಾಗೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಉಜ್ವಲ ಭವಿಷ್ಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಸುರಕ್ಷಾ ಯೋಜನೆ ಸಹಿತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯ ವಿಮಾ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯ. ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ 2,000 ಕೋಟಿಗೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವಹಿವಾಟು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಸಂಘದ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಚೇರಿ ಆತ್ಮಶಕ್ತಿ ಸೌಧ, ಬೈರಾಡಿಕೆರೆ ಹತ್ತಿರ, ಪಡಿಲ್, ಮಂಗಳೂರು.
Podar International School Udupi ensures holistic development in the field of education for children to face the real challenges of life of the 21st century. It's time to instill human values in our students, preparing them to become ideal citizens of India at Podar International School Udupi. We empower our students to become future leaders of our nation. Now experience the Innovation Lab for the first time in Udupi. We provide world-class standard digital classrooms and teaching infused with innovative ideas. Contact us 951-3728-548 Podar International School behind Lady of Fatima Church, Parental, Udupi.
ಎಸ್ಸಿಡಿಸಿಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂ.ಎನ್. ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಸಾರಥ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಸತತ 19 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, 18 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಬಾರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಏಕೈಕ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಉಡುಪಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳ ಜನರ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸಾಲ ಯೋಜನೆ, ಗೃಹ ಸಾಲ, ಕೃಷಿ, ಹೈನುಗಾರಿಕೆ, ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಸಾಲ, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ, ವಾಹನ ಸಾಲ, ಚಿನ್ನಾಭರಣಗಳಿಗೆ ಈಡಿನ ಸಾಲ ಹಾಗೂ ಇನ್ನಿತರ ಸಾಲ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಹಾಗೂ ತ್ವರಿತಗತಿಯ ಸಾಲ ನೀಡಲಾಗುವುದು. ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಖೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿ. ಎಸ್ಸಿಡಿಸಿಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಚೇರಿ, ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಸೌಧ, ಕೊಡಿಯಾಲ್ ಬಾಯಿ, ಮಂಗಳೂರು. ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಭರವಸೆಯ ವ್ಯವಹಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್.
ಆಯುಷ್ಮಾನ್ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮಂದಿರ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಮುಡಿಪಾಗಿರುವ ಆಯುಷ್ಮಾನ್ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮಂದಿರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸೇವೆಗಳು ದೊರೆಯಲಿವೆ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸೇವೆಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ಗಳ ವಿವರಗಳು ಹೀಗಿವೆ: ಗರ್ಭಿಣಿ, ಬಾಣಂತಿ, ನವಜಾತ ಶಿಶುಗಳ ಆರೈಕೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಚುಚ್ಚುಮದ್ದು ಸೇವೆಗಳು, ಬಾಲ್ಯಾವಸ್ಥೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹದಿಹರೆಯದವರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಆರೈಕೆ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳು, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಯೋಜನೆ, ಗರ್ಭ ನಿರೋಧಕ ಸೇವೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಇತರೆ ಸಂತಾನೋತ್ಪತ್ತಿಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಆರೈಕೆ ಸೇವೆಗಳು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಆದ್ಯತೆ. ಪ್ರಕಟಣೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಇಲಾಖೆ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ.
ಕರುನಾಡು ಬೆಳಗುವ ದೀಪಂ, ಕರುನಾಡಿನ ಕುರುಹು ದೀಪಂ, ಶುದ್ಧತೆಯ ದೀಪಂ, ನಂಬಿಕೆಯ ದೀಪಂ, ಸುಮಸಿಂಚನದ ಘಮವು ದೀಪಂ.
ದೀಪಂ, ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚುವ ಎಣ್ಣೆ.
ಜೋಡಿ ಆಪ್ ಇದು ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC, 10th ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಓದಿದವರಿಗಾಗಿ ಮದ್ವೆ ಸೇವೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 1,00,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮದ್ವೆ ವರರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹುಡುಕಲು ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸೇವೆ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತ. ಈ ಉಚಿತ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಲು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜೋಡಿ ಆಪ್.
ಸಮಾರಂಭ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೇನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಭ್ರಮ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸಲು ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿದ್ಧ. ಸಾಂಪ್ರದಾಯಿಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ಗಳ ಮಹಾ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ. ನಿಮಗೊಪ್ಪುವ ಉಡುಗೆಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್. ನೀವಿಟ್ಟ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ. ನೂತನ್ ಕ್ಲೋತ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಮಾಡಂತ್ಯಾರು.
Our mission is to deliver quality health care to every needy person in this region.
ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ವಿರಾಮದ ನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಡ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಯಾ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ವರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. Today's topic, as we have discussed, is exam mania. We have 3 resource persons with us: CA Gopal Krishna Bhatt, founder Trisha Group of Institutions; Ankush N. Nayak, Director IT, Expert Group of Institutions; and Subhas Kashyap Jha, founder and Managing Trustee, Vibrant Educational and Charitable Trust. You are all welcome to the show. We are very pleased to know that today Dr. Rajes Nikk, who is Director Training, College of Banking and Financial Studies, Central Bank of Oman, Muscat, is online, and his brief biodata is in BCom first rank with gold medal, in MCom first rank with gold medal, MBA first rank with gold medal, CIAB All India second rank, LLB rank, and diploma in banking, diploma in marketing and diploma in personal management from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, All India first rank with gold medal, and PhD. Only this is the qualification of Dr. Rajes Nikk. And we want from horse mouth how he could get all these ranks to benefit all our viewers and students. Dr. Rajes Nikk, are you online?
Hello, yes. Hello, yes, CSS Nikk. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay. Can you just throw light how you could achieve excellence? Whatever exams you have written, in all exams you got first rank and you got gold medal also. How it could be possible? Whether you are doing all work and no play makes a jack dull boy. Is it the same situation, or you have to, how was your routine and how you could excel in all these exams? Can you just throw light for a few minutes?
Yes. CSS Nikk, first of all, let me record my appreciation of the fact that apart from being at the top of the pinnacle in your chosen profession of chartered accountancy, you have also contributed to the knowledge enrichment of the society by several immortal quotes in your Words of the Wise series. And particularly one quote I remember which is pertinent to the subject, that is, you had said, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and a regular study keeps fear of examinations away, or daily study keeps the fears of the examinations away. I think the secret of success in the exam, or to resolve this issue of exam mania, lies not in overdoing study. You can have a proper balance of study, fitness, relaxation, enjoyment, everything. The trick lies in the key word balance. Maintaining a balance between everything, not overdoing anything, and knowing how to manage the switch between them according to the changing times. For example, in my own case, I might have watched movies, I might have seen, this TV serials, gone and played cricket, etc. But when examinations came, I knew that everything else had to be kept aside and one had to focus on study. Immediately after writing a difficult exam, I may have come home and watched a movie on the video for some time to relax. But then again after that, I used to go back to study. So I think the key here is balance. Too much of study also, can lead to adverse consequences. Like they say, too many cooks spoil the broth. Similarly, too much of study can also lead to, mental fatigue. So the key lies in maintaining the balance and knowing what to do, when to do, and how to do. Okay? This is my view with regard to overcoming exam mania and attaining consistent success in examinations. Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to air my views.
Dr. Rajes Nikk, thank you very much for your, what you can say, the tonic to our students, how you could excel. So everything is balanced, nothing should be too much. Too much is too bad. So let us invite you for our regular show sometime when you are free. Thank you very much for giving your excellent views how to excel in the examination. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajes Nikk, for this Business Tonic series, which is really enriching our knowledge. Looking forward to future episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Rajes Nikk, I already told, in all the exams what he has written, all first rank with the gold medal. So that is the reason I asked how it could be possible. Correct, no? Now, frustration. Sometimes reading. Sometimes students get frustrated. हमको कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, let us give up. इसके बदले में. So when the frustration comes, how to get rid of this frustration and come back to again for the track? Can you just give?
Might few techniques others can add. The frustration comes because that same thing we are doing again and again. Everyone tells read, study, read this chapter, that chapter. What I used to do when I was in 10th, I used to take the same AC dynamo or DC dynamo. When I used to get frustrated, take the color pencil and just rub it out. But later I realized that same AC dynamo, the same color I used to keep doing again and again, rub it out. That frustration turned to become the memory point. And when the actual exam came and I was able to do that very quickly. This is one point I want to say. You can painting, some singing, dancing, or it could be swimming. These all are very important. I just add one point to the study pattern. Though our panelist said, but I believe that early morning makes lot of difference. And there Robin Sharma's one technique which I always liked is, divide that 1 hour, 5 to 6, that as golden hour what he calls, and make it as 20. According to him, the highest top performers have done this quite consistently. First 20 minutes is your, what you want to become, right? Plan, boardroom, 10-year plan, 5-year plan. Many of us, we don't do it. We just do the work as usual. So 20 minutes for planning. Don't do anything. Just keep writing your diary. Next 20 minutes is your exercise. It should be sweating. Little sweating. Could be running, jogging, swimming, dancing, whatever. Last 20 minutes your ritual prayers. This 20, he tells you, make you very calm, pull down, and you can do it better. Missing this 1 hour can do lot of problems. This is the one thing which I want to say. So the routine can make your frustration comes down. Second thing is change the way that you are doing. If you don't have hobby, it is a problem. So you should have some hobby. It's okay. And the third one is to avoid that kind of frustration. Is that frustration comes also because of that health problems. Everyone will talk the same language. No one will tell you that you can play half an hour. It's okay. What is going to happen? All will tell the same. That fellow.
We have one caller.
Please.
Hello. Namaskara.
ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳೇ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Once Jawaharlal Nehru had said that examination is the moderation of Indian generation. Next, health is wealth. Next, according to Times of India dated 15th March, that is yesterday, group of doctors in Hubli established a sleep lab. They opined stress increasing addiction to mobile phones, sleep disorder cases are on the rise. Students should not keep mobile in their bedroom. Next, students' mind like computer. While writing exam, answer should come from mind continuously. For that, sound sleep is essential. Without taking medicine, what are your suggestions to get sound sleep? Like listening music before going to bed. Next, daily in the house, students should write answers as if they are writing examination. Joint study, group discussion will help to increase memory power. What are your other tips? Next, students should avoid hurry, worry, curry. Avoid taking junk foods. Next, time management, good handwriting will help to get good marks. Sir, sorry if I have gone out of the track while asking questions. Thank you.
Okay. Our Ram Rao is always, he is called productive Ram Rao. He is asking all productive questions only because of some the line issue. He could not be connected earlier. Now, this stress due to mobile phone and sleep disorders. How to address this issue?
So, one, as I said earlier, mobile phones at this age, especially up to 12th standard, students don't need mobile phones, to be very honest. There is absolutely zero need to have a mobile phone because social media, as we all know, forget children, even adults are so addicted to social media these days. If we look at, especially at a very typical Indian household, in fact, the person who uses the mobile phone the most is not the children, it is the oldest generation in the house, the grandparents. Because they have nothing else to do, they are completely on that. But children, they have a lot of other things to do. And if they are also so busy with mobile phones, it could be social media, because with social media, they also start comparing themselves with their peers. It reduces their attention span. And finally, what happens is, if, as Ramrao sir rightly said, if you have a mobile phone right next to your bedside table, the very crucial, say, half an hour or 45 minutes before you sleep, you start scrolling on the mobile phone. And a lot of adults also do this. This is not only in children, but a lot of adults also do this. And even medically, it is recommended to stop using mobile phones at least about 45 minutes before you go to sleep, because that really ruins your sleep cycles.
Then
and
keeping mobile near to your bed and all.
Yes,
radiation effect.
No, radiation, I am not fully convinced, because as a person from science, mobile radiation is what is called as non-ionizing radiation. It has absolutely zero effect on. It doesn't cause cancer. It doesn't cause any this thing. At least there is no sufficient evidence, scientific evidence to prove that. But on the other hand, I am saying there are other impacts which are even more crucial, like your sleep getting disturbed, and sleep disorders can lead to a lot of other health issues. It leads to reduced memory, it leads to reduced attention, it can also lead to some more serious illnesses also. It leads to a lot of mental health issues.
The first requisite is one should have sound sleep.
Yes.
And without sound.
Yes. So to do that, whatever is required you have to do. Mobile phones for students up to their 12th standard is not required at all, and parents should be responsible for this. After that, minimize, at least once you enter professional courses, there is no choice. Sometimes you need to have it, but you need to minimize its usage at least 1 hour prior to going to sleep, and also early morning as soon as you get up. As Gopal Krishna sir said, there are a lot of things you can do early morning. Planning your day, some exercise, some meditation, and all of these are actually at least beneficial to you. If you nowadays early morning we get up and the first thing we take in our hand is the mobile phone, and we search as if something very important is going to happen if you don't check your mobile phone. The only people who probably need their mobiles 24/7 are probably doctors and surgeons whose somebody's life is depending on you. But otherwise, I don't think that anybody needs this other than for essential use. So I feel mobiles are the greatest enemies to sleep today, and that is something we need to keep away.
Okay. Now, Ram Rao told joint study and group study, how it will be, whether it will be more effective and whether it will add more, what you can say, that quality in study.
There are two things, sir. Once in a while is fine. Let's say twice in a week is enough. If you do it every day, that will also lead to a different kind of nuisance altogether, because you will start talking much as compared to studies or discussion. So I feel group studies are beneficial. It gives you more concept clarity, as well as your friend can make you understand things which teacher may not be able to, or which he has studied, he has explored. You can discuss among them, among each other, but not every day. Twice in a week or once in a week group studies are fine, but if you do it every day, it will be a nuisance. You will
like
start
a
talking.
dessert.
Yes.
In a food, how you use dessert, like that.
Like that.
Okay. Ram Rao told hurry, worry and curry. These three things are very important, especially in students' life. It is more important. Many students' problem is they use junk food, drink a lot of these colas and all these aerated drinks. So what is your opinion that is
Definitely.
hurry, worry and curry?
Yeah, it is a very valid point. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಎಂತ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಈಟ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಈ ಫುಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 1 month ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಲ್ತನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಿಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಈವನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಯು ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್. ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್, ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈ ಫುಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಜಂಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬ ಆಯಿಲಿ ಫುಡ್, ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಪೈಸಿ ಫುಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಗುಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಟೋರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾಯಕ್ ಸರ್ ಯು ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್. ಈಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಟಿ ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಕೋಕೋ ಕೋಲಾ ಅಥವಾ ಪೆಪ್ಸಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ತಮಾಷೆಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕುಂಟು, ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಶುಗರ್ ಕೇನ್ ಇದೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಜ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಇದೆ, ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಪೆಪ್ಸಿ ಕೋಕೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕ್ಲೀನರ್ ಇದೆ, ಕುಡೀರಿ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಸರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ದ ವೇ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ and again the consumer awareness so increased.
That is the cheapest toilet cleaner.
Correct, agree. And consumer awareness istagide, putting the star mark until it's injurious to children health anta, it is not so, it's to everyone. So we should know what we drink, we should know what we eat, and losing health, it doesn't matter.
And it is said you are what you eat.
Correct, you are what you eat, correct. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದು ಏನೇನೋ ತಿಂತೀವಿ, ಏನೇನೋ ಕುಡಿತೇವೆ, ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೂ ಬರೀತೇವೆ. ದೆನ್ ದಟ್ ಈ ಏಜ್
Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic.
Correct.
So you should always have Sattvic food.
Correct.
Then only Sattvic thinking. And you can have more concentration and efficiency.
Correct. And if you observe the pattern of, though it is not a specific one, but ನೀವು ಓವರಾಲ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಅದ್ರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಫುಡ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕಂತ, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಈಟ್, what they do it anta. I think there is lot more science behind it with that.
More non-vegetarians, more ferocious they are.
No, I did not comment it. That can be a separate discussion. I did not.
Generally, it's agreed that ultra-processed food is not good for you. Once in a while, once in a month, somewhere, it's okay. But I think regularly eating, as sir said, all these aerated beverages and processed food is definitely not
now
good.
Exam ka from beginning and all होगा. अभी शादी का दिन बात करेंगे. So exam day and previous day of the exam. Previous day of
and
the शादी people give bachelor's party like that. Here now, previous day of the exam and exam day. What should be the routine?
I think first and foremost, the first part is to take care of your health. Because if your health fails, your performance is going to fail. No
you
matter.
You should sleep more or you should sleep less?
You should sleep the ideal amount of time. As you said, maybe 7 to 8 hours.
Sleep will not come the next day, exam is there.
If you are prepared, it will come. That is when you have a lack of preparation, you are nervous about the exam. If you have prepared well until that day, yes, it's very natural to get a little bit nervous. But if you are well prepared, and there the role of parents, teachers comes in, where they say that no, see, you have prepared well, so nothing is going to go wrong. Give them some confidence. They will sleep. One, get sleep, eat healthy, because you cannot do miracles on the last day. It is not possible. If you have not revised for the entire year, it is not possible that on the last day you can revise and you can do a miracle the next day. So one is to eat healthy, get good sleep, stay hydrated, and then whatever, so far we always recommend that students must do what is called as a compendium. Whatever important points are there, important formulas are there, write it down, so that on the last one day before the exam, or maybe just before going to the exam hall, they can just refer to that. Then by then they should know what are their weak points and what are their strengths, and whatever, especially their weaknesses which are there, they can quickly revise instead of going through the entire textbook on the last day, because it's impossible to find what you want otherwise. So that is very, very important, developing a strategy and also staying calm. They should not try to, because especially, and not comparing themselves, because one very common thing that students do is, as soon as they reach the exam hall, they start discussing with their friends, hey, did you study this, did you study that, what if this comes, what if that comes. The moment you do that, they may take up some point which probably somewhere you would have missed or you are not remembering right now. That question may not even come in the exam, but that is enough to now make you nervous and go into this downward spiral of, oh, I have not studied this, I can't do anything. And then when the question paper comes, even if you were able to answer 95% of those questions there, suddenly you go blank in the exam. And that happens because of all these unwanted discussions and unwanted thoughts in the mind. And try to avoid that. You are there to write your exam. Don't bother about your friends. Just go and focus on the exam. That is very important.
When you go to the exam hall, what is the routine they should follow? And what are the do's and don'ts?
When you go to exam hall, first of all, take a bottle, drink some water, take deep breaths. Read the question paper, go through the question paper once completely. Then you come to know that in which area I have my easy questions, I have my some tough questions, and which things you have to attempt first. That's much more important as compared to any other thing in the examination hall. You have to sign the paper. Don't take pressure of all that. There will always be some teacher who will be doing that all exam related work and all, and they'll be pressurizing you. You have to sign here, you have to sign there. Don't take that pressure at all, because different exam centers are different. Take deep breaths. First, go through the question paper, have a glance in a proper manner. You come to know where is the easier questions, where is the tough question, which question I have to attempt first. Don't get frustrated. Don't be in a panic. First, start writing. The moment you start writing, the moment a pen starts floating, the things will happen by its own. And it will come in a flow. Never get pressurized in the examination initially. Otherwise, some people will have that panic. They'll start coughing. That's why I always tell them that carry a water bottle. Take some sips of water continuously. If you get stuck in between, take a deep breath. And then start writing. First start writing. Once the flow comes, you will be able to finish the examination within no time if you are a well-read student.
Okay. Main problem, especially in CA exam, is shortage of time.
Correct.
So how to get rid of this problem? So how to write all the questions, answers within the allotted time, within the time slot given.
Correct.
So many people, they leave 1 or 2 questions, correct, then automatically that marks will be reduced. So how to make time management in exam, writing the exam?
One of the key thing to get success in CA exam is to write the entire question paper. The probability the student not writing entirely is that he has not practiced well. His examination hall is not an R&D department. You check it out, works or not. And he keeps doing that, then he is not able to answer. The point number 3 is, I always say the formula of KISS, K-I-S-S. Degree, you have the habit of looking 5 mark 1 page, 15 mark 4 pages. That has to be shifted. KISS, keep it short and simple. You write more, you go wrong. So because unnecessary things you don't want. Like a science student, very precise, clear, concise he writes. Same way the student of commerce has to write in CA examination. And in CA, it is not about the...
That means KISS is the formula.
To remember at least, yeah. The student has to write all that working notes. Probably the degree, that is not so relevant. In CA, that is very important. The last answer is not that important, but you write all the short working note 1, 2, 3. That way you have to write. And you have to, as sir rightly said, read the question paper in 10 minutes and start those good questions first and work it out. I think time management will come only when you read this. Example, recently one average student who got both groups clear in Inter. In the interview asked her, how you could do it. I have written 76 tests in Trisha. That made me this an easy examination. The final funda is write every week 1 test, you will never fail. Write 4-5 mock exams, why do you fail? I think the time management will come only with the mock examinations.
Okay. Now it is time to wind up, already extended time now. What is your takeaway message for students for this exam mania?
Yes. The key point here is preparedness. So preparedness should start from day 1. Miracles will not happen at the last minute. So one, be attentive in class, revise things on a daily basis. Whatever is done in class today, by that night or latest by the next day, the revision of that must be done, and have regular practice. It could be whatever tests are conducted within the institution that you are studying in, or it could be questions that you get from books or from other sources, and you keep working out, you keep practicing. Repetition is the key. The more consistently you do things, the better prepared you will be. Consistency is very important. Doing something for a short time and then leaving it is of no use. Consistency till the very end, and then talk to your teachers. Ask them questions. Whenever you are in doubt, whenever you have even a personal issue, talk to your teachers. They are your best
Understand the
resources
subject.
for you. So that is very, very important, and have confidence in yourself. That is something that I would tell to all the students. No matter what, if you have confidence in yourself and you keep a goal, work towards it, then definitely you will succeed in whatever you do. And that is my takeaway message for all the students.
What is your takeaway message finally for students?
I feel now we are in that zone of time where exams are going on, and now you can't do it from the beginning till the end. Now you have limited tools. If you have not studied completely, whatever tools you have, use those tools and be the most efficient student. Exams are here. Now whatever you have prepared, have confidence in you. Write the exam, score well, you will definitely do good if you have confidence in you. As well as that last minute practice, last minute revision is very much needed. When it comes to competitive exam, this is the time when you have to write more number of exams, tests. You have to write test by your own, as well as you have to write that All India test series. When it comes to competitive exam, board exam is already going on. People have already written half of the board exam, so there's no problem in that. But my personal opinion is, don't go for new things. If you have prepared so much, whatever tools you have, use that tool, get best success out of it.
Gopal Krishna Bhatt, CA.
Yes, already
What is your experience and takeaway message in brief?
Yeah, I think student has to calm down themselves, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಗಮನ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ರಜೆ ದಿನಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ, ಅದು ರಜೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿಗೆಗಲ್ಲ, ವಿಕಸನಕ್ಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ವರಿ. ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗುಡ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಪುಷ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಹೆಲ್ತನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಭಾಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು
ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್,
ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ CA ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ಲಿ ಅಚೀವಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್. ಆಲ್ Diggajas, we should congratulate you for disseminating your experience, expertise and vast knowledge with our all viewers. CA Gopal Krishna Bhatt, founder Trisha Group of Institutions, Ankush Naik, IT, Director IT, Expert Group of Institutions, and Subhas Kashyap Jha, so founder and managing trustee, Vibrant Educational and Charitable Trust. On behalf of all our viewers and all behalf of Namma Kudla channel and on behalf, my personal behalf, thank you very much, and being with us for the last nearly 2 hours, and ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳು. So students, I have some tips. Students' life is golden life. Don't waste the time. Utilize the time. You should learn from the clock. What is the significance of the clock? Don't just watch the clock. Do what it does. That means you should not waste time. And work while you work, play while you play. Don't play while you work, and don't work while you play. So you should be serious in what you are doing. There is a saying in Sanskrit also, Vidyarthi chet tyajet sukham, sukharthi chet tyajet vidya. Vidyarthinaha kuto sukham, sukharthinaha kuto vidya. That means if you want to gain knowledge, you should not waste time. You should utilize time. Kshanashaha kanashashchaiva vidyam artancha sadayet. Kshanathyage kuto vidya, kanatyage kuto dhunam. That means if you want to learn, you should not waste time again. If you want to make money, you should not waste money. Kanatyage kuto dhanam. If you waste money, where you can make money? Ksanatyage kuto vidya. If you waste time, where you can learn the objective of learning. Then worrying, as our Ramarao told, you should not worry much. Chintayascha chitayascha bindu matram vishishyate. Chita jahati nirjivam. Chinta jahati jivitam. So you should not worry much. You should use the time properly. And Chanakya Niti, Chanakya also told, Vidyarthi Panchalakshanam, Kakachesta, Bakodhyanam, Shwana Nidra Tathaivacha, Alpahari Sadachari, Vidyarthi Panchalakshanam. So if you adopt all these principles, you can make your student's life as a golden life. Definitely you can convert your dream into goal, goal into plan, plan into action. Once you make action, you will get the result. Result may be either failure or success. If it is success, don't sleep again. Revise your goal and achieve higher success. If there is a failure, failure should not go to your heart, success should not go to your head. So if there is a failure, try and try again until you reach the goal. In Bhagavad Gita, it is also said, Krishna said, if you don't try for what you want, don't cry for what you lost. With this small note, we would like to end today's this session, Exam Mania. ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಾ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್, ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್? ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಡ್ಲ solution. And this week's this topic, Exam Mania, it will be retelecasted in Namma Kudla 24/7 channel on this Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. and all our 309 episodes are uploaded in YouTube. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu anta helta, I am CA SS Naik signing off.
ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಿನ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದ USFDA ಪಟ್ಟ.
10 ಅಲ್ಲ 20 ಅಲ್ಲ 80 ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಏಕೈಕ ವಿನ್ನರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಿನ್ನರ್.